It is that time again. It's time to start leaking the next pack of Master Duel. Now, we're going to be leaking more things today on stream, twitch.tv/DK at 4 p.m. EST on Sunday. And if you miss out on this, I'll be leaking again on next Sunday. But what did I leak on the last stream, which I'm presenting to you right now? Boom. This is not a structure deck, okay? This is coming out in the selection pack. The structure deck is how it was released in the TCG and OCG, so we're just looking at it through that point of view. And yes, Resonator and all its good stuff is coming in the next pack. Jack, Atlas support, and what they highlighted in the structure deck were these big new cards, the Vision Resonator, the Soul Resonator, the Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. Now, these other cards are going to be pretty much reprints, and the big super boss monster, Supernova Dragon, and the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, both of them are not new cards, but they're going to be much more easier to summon. Now, first, you may want to be thinking, is this deck even good? If we look on over to the tier list here, for TCG last month, you're probably not going to find it, but if we stretch it down to maybe last 3 months, let's type Control F Resonator. You know, it's kind of down there. There you go. 3 decks out of how many players? Like 28,000 players. And okay, cool. And if we switch on over to the OCG, let's see, maybe it had more success there, right? 3 months, boom, all the way down here. Yeah, is the deck going to be top tier? I don't think so, but is it going to be fun? Is it Jack Atlas? Yes. Can it be Rogue tier? Yeah, why not? You could get Master 1 with the Rogue deck in Master Duel. Now, let's see what the deck type breakdown looks like, and we're also going to be looking at some gameplay from Duel Evolution, El Exordio del Duelista, so stay tuned for that. So this is the TCG breakdown of how the deck is being played. If we switch on over to OCG, of course, they're playing Max C. Everyone is. And then we zoom out a bit. That's how their deck is looking like. Now, starting off with TCG, we could see a nice sample deck list here from a 300-player regional. And I think we'll be opening up that one. If we switch on over to OCG and scroll on down here, we have a 500-player China City tournament where the deck did well. So I think both of these could be something that you could expect to build towards. Now, anything that's not Resonator that you may see from either deck list or from the deck type breakdowns, I'm not leaking that they're coming. So this is not me saying, hey, Horus is coming, or what was on this one? Hey, Earthbound's coming. You're going to have to wait for those specific leaks on whether they're coming or not. And another thing that's worth noting here, besides their big boss monsters, which we're about to read, is you have disruption through Red Zone. If your opponent activates a card or an effect, you could destroy a card on the field. You do target it, and it does activate after on the resolution of them activating a card. Also, it could special summon one of your Dark Dragon Synchros that are banished back on the field. It being a continuous trap, doing it every turn, very nice. And let's see what the main boss monsters are. The Supernova Dragon. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you could activate this in response to it. You then banish this card, plus banish all cards your opponent controls. Now, tell me if I'm not seeing this correctly. I don't see hard once per turn on this effect. It looks soft. And it being soft means if you banish it to banish your opponent's entire field, you got Red Zone to re-summon it back on your field, ready to activate again in that same turn after banishing their whole field. So that's quite nutty. But what's even more nutty and what got this card banned was Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity's effect, banned in the OCG. Is it banned because of Resonator? No. It's banned because of Centurion, but still, Resonator can use and abuse this, as we'll see in the gameplay. This says, on Sync or Summon, you activate this, and then for the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate cards, plus cards they control cannot activate, and they cannot chain to this activation, and you generally will be wanting to summon this on your opponent's turn. So then you shut off their entire turn, and we'll see that through the YouTube videos. Now, looking at the deck here, this was the OCG one. Anything new or crazy here? Good new card is this one we definitely want to read. During your main phase, as a continuous spell, you'll be adding a Red Dragon Archfiend or one card that mentions it from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So that is incredibly powerful. And if a card is destroyed on the field by either player in any way, you will then summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from your grave. Now, the brand new Red Dragon Archfiend, the Scarred Dragon Archfiend, is a Red Dragon Archfiend while on the field or in the grave. So it does resummon with the continuous spell. And this states that if this card is sent to the graveyard, you could special summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck, treating it as a sync or summon. So that will be the real Red Dragon Archfiend. And what else is good to note here? We should read these two resonators, the two new ones. Vision Resonator. If you have a level 5 or higher dark monster on the field, you could special summon this, so this could work well with Bestials if you want to play that. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one spell/trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from your deck to your hand. So Vision Resonator and Crimson Gaia, both ways to search. And then the other big one is Soul Resonator. On normal summon or special summon, you could add a level 4 or lower fiend from your deck to your hand, except Soul Resonator. And then you're locked in a Dark Synchros, that's fine. And then if a card you control would be destroyed while you control a Red Dragon Archfiend or a Synchro that mentions it, you could banish this from the grave to protect it instead of being destroyed, which is a very powerful effect in many circumstances. Now, let's see some gameplay. So we're going to start this off with, thank you very much, Duel Evolution. Let's see, let's start, watch this one, yes? All right. So he's going to be searching for a Resonator card. We got the Crimson Gaia, which will be searching our deck for any Red Dragon Archfiend card. Normal summoning the Soul Resonator, searching for our Fiend. And that new Fiend has the cool effect of discarding a card or sending a card from the field to the grave to special summon itself onto the field. One card, hand or field, special summon, kind of like the Diablo Star. And then it's going to send a card from the deck to the grave that you choose, which will be the Crimson Resonator here. Very nice. And we have the Red Rising, which will reborn the Crimson we sent from the deck to the grave. Very nice. And then this has the effect of, while we have another Dark Dragon Synchro, we could summon up to 2 Resonators from the deck. So 1, 2, very nice. Synchro into the Scar Red, which will activate when sent to the grave, making the Red Supernova Dragon right here, right now. And it's time for the Scar Red Dragon Archfiend to trigger to reborn from the grave. You have a bunch of trigger effects here. What the heck? Add back, special summon, and search our deck. We got the red zone now, and we have a hot Red Dragon Archfiend, which will negate any card in the field, plus the Supernova being able to banish the opponent's entire field. We got the red zone here, which if the opponent activates a card, we could pop a card in the field. Very nice. Let's see how they could stop this. So red zone, let's see what they do. On the summon of the Fenrir, we're activating Fiendish Golem. I think this searches your deck for a Fiendish Chain or something like that. Wait, target a monster on the field with 2,000 or more attack, banish it, and then if you activate this card while you control Red Dragon Archfiend, you could set a Fiendish Chain from your deck or graveyard. What the heck are people actually... He didn't even set the Fiendish Chain, just using the card for its own banishment. Okay. Got Mad Love on summon, searching for a Vanquished Soul card. Now, this is the Supernova, which is going to be chaining in response to banish. Now, you could be thinking, okay, chain Borger, right? Well, this is non-target banish the whole field. You chain Borger, the Borger is going to get banished before it could even activate. That is wild. And we have the red zone to resummon it back in the field. All right. Red zoning it back on the field just like that. Now it could possibly be taken control of. That's not a good thing. So we're going to negate the triple tactics talent. Also the Red Nova Dragon, Supernova that is, cannot be destroyed by card effects. So goodbye TTT, your normal summon's gone, and wham bam, thank you ma'am, that is done. 6k attack, damn. Now let's see the other combo. We're gonna start this off against Sprite. So let's speed this up a bit since we know a bit more about how the deck works now. Small World being negated, TTT, draw 2, special summon the Crimson Raider if you have no monsters. Send for the deck, Red Resonator is going to be negated. Okay, we're going to send up to 2 Resonators from the deck. We got Serenir banished from the grave. We're going to be searching for the Crimson Gaia. We're going to be summoning our Lubellion, setting up the E2 of the Branded, which allows us to synchro during the opponent's turn. Very nice. Search your deck with the Crimson Gaia, make him the Dissipator, which could resummon a banished monster. And let's see, this field sucks, right? Well, it sucks if it weren't for the E2 of the Branded that would summon something better. Because otherwise, we just have the Dissipator, which could, in response to a monster effect, destroy, not even negate, because the opponent does not have a banished card. Now, Dark Rule no More could screw things up. Dark Rule no More states that it's going to be able to negate all monsters in the field, and you can't chain monster effects. So let's see how we play through this. During the standby phase, we're going to activate E2 of the Branded, synchroing into the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, King Calamity, and just like that, once it activates, the opponent cannot chain to it. And then for the rest of the turn, they can't activate cards, and they cannot activate effects that they control. That is insanity. And you want to put it on the higher chain link so that they cannot chain to it. It's kind of like an access code talker here. There you go, highest chain link. They can't chain anything, even if they had anything, which they didn't. What do they do? Got Sprite Blue, can't activate the Dark Rule no More, can't activate the Beaver. You can still battle, sure, but because you destroyed a card in the field, either player destroying a card in the field would trigger the Crimson Gaia to reborn a Red Dragon Archfiend from the grave. Damn. There you go. Completely shut down an opponent's entire turn, and this is why the card was banned in the OCG. Now, how's the deck do going second? Because there's a lot of decks that they do well first, and then they scoop going second. And, you know, again, this is not a top-tier deck, but still, I want to have fun going second. So let's watch a replay of going second from Duel Evolution. Thank you. And let's see it. I think we're going to have to skip through the opponent's turn one. We're okay. Ash, Negate, Unicorn, Mates. Looking through the extra deck, banishing. Hopefully not a good card. I didn't really catch it. Let's see how big their field is going to be. Oh gosh, just remembering Kashtira, being able to banish random cards off the top of your deck, screwing up your combos, especially rogue decks. We have evenly matched to banish the entire field but one card, which will just be the Arise Heart. You got Fenrir and Arise Heart, okay. Popping himself, protecting, attaching. He's got Big Bang now, okay. Evenly match, banish it all face down. So he does have quick effect, banish any card we control, and any card that's sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So does that screw up our strategy inherently? Let's find out. Can we deal without using our grave? Crimson's a free special summon. Oh, it's getting banished right away, face down. So just like that, there's no more disruption, but all our cards are banished instead of going to the grave. Does that screw us? We're searching with that, okay. Sure, keep on attaching. We have the Soul Resonator. Now, the Crimson was a special summon. Here's our normal summon. Normal summoning. We got the Sakutama, additional summon. And then what the heck? I think that's destroy a special summon monster in attack position. I don't remember exactly. We didn't activate, though, so maybe not. Making the Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. Okay. Wait, that's the other one. That's destroy all attack position monsters. That's not the new one. That's the more aggressive one. That's the turn 2 Red Dragon Archfiend. Wipe up the fields. And because we control level 5 or higher Dark, the Vision Resonator is a free special summon. So I'm very happy being able to see going second. We got Dissipator, which could special summon a banished card. Searching for the Crimson Gaia when being sent to the grave, which will then search again. This search for anything usable. Red Zone usable on their turn. Okay. Reborning this, I wish we could highlight that. I mean, I could look it up on the website. We have Red Zone, which could special summon a Dark Dragon Synchro. We have the ability to, we can negate if they have a banished card that we want to return back, or we could destroy. So we're going to not negate, but destroy. And then we have the Crimson Gaia being triggered because a card was destroyed, come forth and reborn. And I guess that counts as a Red Dragon Archfiend also. Quite nuts. And there you go. Going second, breaking the field, winning the duel. And I do want to double check what that Mad Lad does. It being able to resummon with the Red Zone. Oh my Jesus. Ain't no way. This deck looks like a lot of fun. I got to say that. Like, come on now, right? Is this going to be in the deck list here? Here we go. I guess this will be a good card to use. This states that after resolving a field spell, draw a card. Target, I knew it did something like that. Target one face-up attack position monster on the field, destroy that target. Yeah. But I don't think we wanted to use it because we wanted to use the other one instead, which is actually not in this deck list, but it's maybe in this one from the TCG deck list. There it is. We wanted a Scarlet Red Dragon instead, which is considered to be a Red Dragon Archfiend while in the graveyard, so it's summonable with the Crimson Gaia. That's nice to see, which we did see in the gameplay. So by destroying the monster with the Scarlight instead, we were able to inflict 500 damage. So extra damage instead. And this TCG version's not using that, but instead we have this. This may be better, I'm thinking, than the Ancient Pixie. Both are level 7, but this one states that if this card is synchro summoned, wait, is this TCG exclusive? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's used in the OCG. Yeah, what the heck? A TCG release? Ain't no way. So I'm not saying that we're getting this, but if this card is Synchro Summon, you can target one card in the field, destroy it. Ooh, any card in the field on Synchro Summon. And then if this is destroyed, you can target one face-up monster in the field. That monster cannot attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay, that's quite interesting. And there you go. That is the Resonator debut of the leaks of what's coming for the next pack. If you have any suggestions on how you would like me to be covering these leaks, or if you enjoy watching some gameplay and some commentary on top of it, I'm not fully integrated with exactly what these decks do, so I'm kind of reacting and as surprised as you, hopefully, and just watching the gameplay. So again, thank you to Duel Evolution and El Exordio del Duelista for the gameplay, and I'll be seeing you on twitch.tv/Dcade today with a new leak with the resonators coming in the next pack. This will also be coming that I'll be debuting on today's stream, and we are out.